Hey everybody, my name is Michael Gatewood and I'm just finished up with some sports photographs and it was hot, but I will say this, I enjoyed it. We got a couple of great shots and what I want to do is show you how to create that HDR effect to sports photographs. Now HDR, for those of you that don't really know what it is, it's called high dynamic range, and all we're trying to do is we're trying to oversaturate the image and give it a really cool look. But here's the deal. Um, you can't do 3 exposures and try to line this up. It's just not going to work for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a really cool technique in Photoshop CC on being able to create high dynamic range with one photograph. We've got a nice little shot that's set up, and let's go ahead and share screen on this deal. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit share screen, and we're going to go over here into Photoshop and make this happen. So there we go, and we should have shared screen there. Now we have a little get together of the team right after a win, and what we want to do is want to create this HDR effect. First thing though I'd like to do is just simply go in and probably do a little shake reduction. It's new in CC and I love it. What it does is analyze the image and see if there's any camera shake or movement. And there was, and it gave it a little extra sharp or clarity, and I'm going to click OK and bring that back in. Now this is coming in as a raw file, and it's pretty good size, and we're working 16-bit. So we have a lot of great color information in here as well. Giving it its own sweet time to be able to go in here and get this processed. Awesome. Now I'm going to kind of zoom in and let you see that that's what shake reduction does. It simply goes in there and sees the angle of the shake and reduces it down and gives it a little more clarity. Now another thing that I'd probably do is simply go in here and maybe over sharpen this image with Smart Sharpen, and really the only thing we're trying to do is create those nice clean crisp edges. And of course we've got to go through the process of having this apply this filter. This is a 92 meg size file, and I got to tell you, it's got a lot of digital information, tons, 16-bit, a lot of good color information, and this is going to be nice. But I want you to pay close attention right over here to the layers panel. It is a background layer. It has to stay a background layer to use this really cool effect. And what we're going to do is we're really going to try to take this and give it this saturated look and make it kind of cool. We're not worried about skin tones. We just want a really cool effect. So now what I'm going to do is image adjustment, HDR toning, and we're going to apply an HDR toning to this. By default, that's pretty cool, but let's go to Photorealistic. See what we have here. That's kind of interesting. But let's go in here and explore, and let's try Photorealistic high contrast. That's pretty neat. We have a lot of very saturated images available to us. Let's go in here and let's just try RC5. See how, well, a little too blown out on that. And surrealistic high contrast. Wow. Now that might be over the top. Surrealistic, wow. Again, probably too much for this. Let's go back in here to Photorealistic. We have some good toning in this. Let's preview. There's our image, and there it is with a little bit of the HDR. Let's go in here, and if we want to pull the strength down just a bit, we can. And I'm going to go in and click OK. It's converting HDR image. Nice. Now, let's go in here. We see this contrast, the sticks, the saturation, and let's go ahead and let's give this a crop. I'm going to crop this to about, well, whoops, about an 8 by 10. And what we're doing is we're cropping off a little bit of the numbers in here, and 8 by 10, a very standard frame size. Let's double click here, and what we have is a saturated image with the HDR toning, which would look really cool in a kid's room. Really neat. And then at that point, we just need to go File and Save, or Save As, and we would definitely save as a JPEG to be able to send that to be printed. I'm going to go ahead and hit Cancel, and this gives you that HDR toning. That's where we started, and by the time we were finished, we went with HDR, and then we gave it a nice crop to fit into a standard frame size. I'm still old school. I know that this stuff goes on to social media and never gets printed, but every now and again I just want to put it on paper, put it in a frame, put it on a desk, put it somewhere that's pretty cool. This is that HDR toning, and that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and give this a quick close, not saving, and that'll give you a good idea of how to be able to give it that HDR effect. Don't go with my settings. Look what's best for the image that you're shooting. There's so many options. You want to take advantage of it. Everybody, we're going to be doing a lot of these Hangouts, and these Hangouts also allow for me to interview and to talk with professionals in the field, and we're definitely going to do that. We're going to treat this more like a show. We're going to do as many as we possibly can. We're going to go through techniques and styles and all kinds of things that you might want to apply to your work. If you're a professional or amateur, it doesn't matter. And by all means, I'm interested in seeing your techniques as well, and I would like to definitely reach out for any of the professionals to show different effects. Also, if you need training, go to Helpouts, and that is a wonderful program through Google for being able to go in there and have one-on-one training via the internet and ask questions. We can share a screen. I can see your work. I can see what you're doing and help you get through some of the rough spots. I've got a free help out also available for basic Photoshop, and if you need that, we would love to help you with that and try to help build your skills. I've got a busy week this week, and I've got a few festivals to photograph and other things, but by all means, reach out. Would love to talk with you. And don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. This is going to also be on YouTube. Everybody, I've enjoyed it. Thank you.